Hi everybody, this is Lisa, and it's time again for another Verbling class. In this hour, we're going to be speaking mostly, listening also, because I will be talking, but mostly I want to give you guys the opportunity to speak and practice your English. So if you have a reservation, now's a good time to use it, and if you don't yet have a reservation, you can go ahead and join the class. It does cost one ticket. So the best way to get tickets is to become a premium member. So there's different ways that you can do that. There's a Get Tickets page on Verbling. There's other ways besides becoming a premium member, but that's probably the best way, is to become a member. That way you get to do as many Verbling classes as you would like. And I think it costs $45 per month to become a member. So if you want to join the class, go ahead and join it now. I know I just started right on time now, so we can have the full hour. Hi there, Carmenza. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Studying all the time.
So you're the first person in class, and we're just we can start talking and wait for other people to come. There were some people who had made reservations, so we'll see if they come and get the reservations and use them.
Okay.
I'm going to put on my headphones too, so I can hear you better. Okay. How's that? All right, so there's some stuff going on over here in the Verbling chat as well. If you are watching and you want to join the class in this hour, we're going to be talking about hobbies and things that we like to do. One of the things about practicing your English and becoming fluent is to be able to speak about a lot of different topics. And so sometimes it's good to practice one topic and really get down the phrases, the sentences that you want to be able to use when you are talking about that particular topic. So in this hour, we're going to be practicing speaking about hobbies, different types of hobbies that people have, would like to have, that type of thing. So hi there, I see Lalo. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, welcome. I'm hoping some other people join in. It's just a couple minutes past the hour, and as probably, well, you guys know for sure, and other people know, the Verbling classes start every hour, and they are 1 hour long. So it's a good time to come in and check on the Verbling to see if there's some classes that you would like to take, and sign up for them, and then come at the beginning. Okay, so we have a couple more people joining us. Hi, Aisha. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. You're busy today with your English.
Exactly.
Good. That's good. Take advantage. Okay, and Amparo, you got in now. Good. Hi, Amparo.
Fortunately.
Yes. I don't know what happened last time.
Yes, it was so crazy. Just 9% instead of 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, the time the answer was the hangout was full.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At first, the engineers at Verbling didn't see that, but then they saw it, so they were working on it. So hopefully it's fixed by now, in case that happens again. So okay. Hi. Yeah. So since we have a small class right now, it's there might be some more people joining us, because if you want, you can if you're a premium member and you have tickets, you can always come into class anytime you want. So even when the class is not full, for example, then you can join at any time, even if it has already started. So I'm just putting that out there to let everybody know that if you're watching and you decide you want to join us and practice your speaking, then you can click on the green Join Class button and come in anytime. Okay. All right, so since we're a small group, why don't we take just a couple minutes and introduce ourselves. And I'll actually go first. I haven't introduced myself in a long time because I've taught for a long time on Verbling now, so a lot of people know me. My name is Lisa, and I live in Washington State. That's on the west coast of the United States. I'm originally from California, but I've been living in Washington for a little over 10 years. And that's a little bit about me. And let's hear a little bit about Aisha. Aisha, where are you from?
I'm from Montreal.
Where are you from originally?
Guinea.
Guinea. Okay.
Yeah, West Africa.
Yeah. And remind me, how many years have you been in Montreal?
7 years now.
Oh yeah, 7 years. And I can't remember. Did you come over with your family, or did you come just to study, or who's in Montreal with you?
I'm here with my family.
With your family. Okay. So
Yeah.
everybody. Okay. So do you go back to Guinea ever?
Not yet, but I want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Okay, and Amparo, tell us a little bit about where you're from.
My name is Amparo. I'm from Ecuador. I live in Guayaquil. It's on the coast of my country. This is a city with almost 2.5 million people.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. What more?
Is that one of the bigger cities in Ecuador, or is that the like?
Yes, yes. It's one of the biggest. It's the largest one.
Oh, it is the largest one. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Because how many people live in Ecuador, the whole country? Do you know?
14 million.
Oh, okay. That's
Yep.
a lot.
This is one of the It was one of the largest, and it's the second city because the capital is Quito. But this is the port, and so it's the
I see.
it's the
Okay.
largest one.
Is that where they ship the bananas out of?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Bananas. Yeah, a lot of bananas probably. Okay, well, thank you, because I like bananas. So. Okay, Carmenza, where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Colombia. I live in Bogota, but I'm from Manizales. It's a place of coffee in Colombia, and it's a beautiful place. I'm in Bogota from 6 years. 6 years.
You've been there for 6 years,
Yeah.
okay. And why did you move to Bogota? Did you move for a job or something, or?
Yes, for a job. I
Uh-huh.
have to travel for our country, but in Bogota is better because you can travel easier.
Uh-huh. Do you have to go to other countries for your job?
Yeah, sometimes I go to Chile. My company is how to say have many sites
Yeah.
in Chile, in Ecuador,
What
in
type of a
Argentina.
company is it?
It's
have different offices?
It's an industrial gases company.
Oh, okay. So you have different offices or different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. And Lalo, where are you from? Mexico. Lalo. Lalo, you might want to check on your microphone because I can't hear you if you're talking.
Do you
Yes,
listen?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I am from Mexico. I am living in Mexico City. I am a student. I am studying political science. That's it.
Oh, wow. So that must be interesting for you right now. What's your opinion about the new president in Mexico?
I didn't choose him,
Okay.
but I don't agree with him. But he's I don't know how can I translate this in English, but his party is an antique party.
It's an older party. Yeah.
Yes. I hope he works well for my country, but
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah. You don't like his politics.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. So, like I was saying in the beginning of class, I thought we would talk about hobbies that can just get us started, and we can just see where it goes from there. So this is a conversational class, and I wanted to give you guys opportunities to speak and also to ask questions. So since we have a smaller class, it's just us 5 right now, we can ask each other questions also. So if there's something that you are interested in about another person or about everybody, you can ask a question also, because that's one of the things about practicing conversational skills, is not just answering people's questions, but also coming up with your own questions that you want to ask other people so that you can keep the conversation going. So the first thing I just want to ask you guys is, do you have a hobby? And if you do have a hobby, what is it? Maybe you have 1 or 2. So typically what we mean by hobby is just anything that you like to do kind of that's different from your work or from studying or a job. So one of your hobbies could be like knitting or crocheting. Maybe some guys like, for hobbies, they like sports, actually, to do sports. Or maybe a hobby might be if you're interested in airplanes or models or art, painting, something like that. So let me also welcome Hamid. Hi, Hamid. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. I am okay. What about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Welcome to class. We just finished introducing ourselves, and we were going to start talking about hobbies. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the other people who are in the class. Some of them know you already, but some might not.
Okay. Hello, guys. I am Hamid from Turkey, and my best hobby is you can guess, Lisa.
No, it has to be something else. Chemistry.
Yes.
Okay.
And I found a new thing. If I make, I will write a poem with chemical elements, symbols.
Wow. Okay. I've never seen somebody so excited about chemistry. Hamid, you get the award for enthusiasm for chemistry. That's
You
great.
know, my biggest love is chemistry.
Yeah, I know. That's wonderful. Okay, so Amparo, do you have a hobby?
I like to cook.
What do you like to cook?
Yeah, any kind of food. I like to prepare cakes, dessert, or just any meal special from birthday or any celebration at my home. And even I take some classes from bakery to make bread.
Yeah. Do you prefer to cook or to bake?
Both of them.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't care. Yeah, but usually it's when we have a reunion at home. I like to cook for everyone. Yep.
Wow. You don't mind cooking for big groups of people?
No, and my family is a big one, so for 30 people maybe.
Wow.
30, 35. Yep.
Wow. Do you have a favorite dish that you like to make when you have parties?
No, usually it's a kind of rice with salad and any kind of meat. Yeah. And something like that.
Yeah. Great. What has been your most difficult dish to prepare? What's something that's difficult for you to prepare?
To prepare, well, it's not because it's so difficult, because you have to spend a lot of time preparing. For example, dinner for Christmas or for New Year's or New Year's. Yeah. It's because you have to prepare a lot of things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, here in the United States, Thanksgiving holiday is a big holiday, and usually people gather together, a lot of people, and then we make turkey or something, and sometimes that can be a very long day of cooking.
And what's the dishes?
Yeah, and washing the dishes. Yes. Yeah. My children, they like to cook. Well, they say that they like to cook, but what they really like to do is bake. They like to make sweets like cake or cookies or something with bread or something. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good, Aisha, you're back.
Yes, sorry, my computer. Sometimes I don't understand it. It just went off and without no warning.
Yeah, that's happened to me before too. So, Aisha, do you have a hobby? Amparo was just telling us that one of her hobbies is cooking. She likes to cook and to bake. I'm wondering.
I don't like cooking, but I like eating.
Well, then you should go to Amparo's house. She'll be able to cook. I like eating too. So, do you have a hobby, Aisha?
Yes, and I like reading. I read different kind of things, and I like also watch sport because I'm a big fan of tennis. So I like always watching tennis on TV.
Yeah. So, what kind of books have you been reading lately? Do you read like fiction, nonfiction?
I hate fiction.
You hate fiction?
Yeah.
Okay, so no stories. You like information and real stuff?
Yeah, something like that. But I don't like fiction. I like watching fiction on TV, but I don't like reading.
Yeah. Okay. So you prefer to read nonfiction books. What do you read about? Do you read about like business or technology or?
Yeah, sometimes it's related to business because what I study. But I read information book too. Yeah, it depends. Or biography.
What is it?
Biography.
Oh, biographies. Yeah.
Yeah, the last one I read was on Ellen DeGeneres, her last book.
Oh yeah, was that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never read any of her books, but I bet they were funny.
Once I took the book I read the book on the bus. And I was laughing so hard, everyone was looking at me, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna close the book until I get back home."
Yeah. She was reading about Ellen DeGeneres, who is a famous, she's mostly a famous talk show host here in the United States. Has she done any other like movies or anything too, or is it just the comedy stuff?
Comedy stuff. Besides the movie she did with, what's her name? But I forgot. She did the movie long time ago, but besides that, I think it's just her talk show, and that's it.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And do you still play tennis, or now are you just mostly watching tennis?
I have to say, unfortunately, I'm mostly watching TV, but I'm planning to start playing this summer. So I'm getting myself in shape.
Yeah.
Before starting. I don't want to collapse on the.
Yeah. In Montreal, if you were to play tennis, is it outside or do you play inside?
In summer, I think everyone likes to play outside,
Sure.
but in winter, it's indoors.
Indoors. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay, Carmenza, how about you? Do you have any hobbies?
I like to travel. I like to know other cities, other countries. I like it. And I'm very happy when I take an airplane for vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
good for me.
Do you travel often, like every year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I travel often for my work. I travel for 2 or 3 times in a month.
Oh, wow.
But for vacations, I go out one time in a year, and I like to go to other countries, to other people, and know other cultures. I like it.
Do you have a favorite place that you've been? What?
Yeah, okay. I like a lot of place. But because the place have the different. I can say I like different things of a place.
Yeah.
Maybe when I go to Mexico, I love their their food. But when I go to USA, I love the parks. And when I go to Chile, I love the people. It's something like this.
Sure.
It's different.
Something special in each place, yeah. Where have you been in the United States?
I stay in Orlando, and I went to New York too.
Nice.
I love New York. It's a very special place. I love this place.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in New York about almost, I can't remember now, 2 or 3 years ago. And we were there for like a week or 10 days or something, and it was really fun. It's just an amazing place because you can walk around and it's just like so much to see and so much to do, and lots of different people from all around the world, really. So.
Yes, I will go this year to Toronto, and then I will going to Chicago, because the people say Chicago is a beautiful place too.
Yeah. I've never been to Toronto, but I've been to Chicago, but I was there for some kind of conference, so I didn't get to see very much of it, but I saw some of it. It's nice. I didn't get to go to the museums and stuff like that, though. But yeah, it's supposed to be really a nice city. So, great. Have you ever been to like a European country or Asia or anything?
What?
Have you ever been to Europe or to Asia?
Yeah. I go to Spanish in some years ago, and I went to Madrid, and then I go to Palma de Mallorca.
De Mallorca,
and
yeah.
It's a very nice place. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, cool. When you go traveling, do you go with other people or do you go by yourself? You're like.
Okay, sometimes I go with my son, but sometimes I have to go for myself, because it's not very cheap to travel.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Do you get airline mileage on your like here in the United States? Yeah.
Yes, because I travel for my work, and I have miles, and I can travel with that.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right, Hamid. So Hamid, do you have other hobbies besides chemistry?
I like writing poems.
Yeah.
And I want to ask my new style question.
Okay.
Can you make a sentence with these elements symbols?
Make a sentence? Okay. Yes. Yeah, but see, I don't know all that stuff. You have to help us out.
I will write the sentence.
Okay. All right. Yes, Hamid is a famous chemist. So, Hamid, why don't you tell us about your congress that you went to and how it was?
It was nice, and some professors know my writing poem ability, so they presented to me other professors. So my poems provided to meet with new professors.
Oh, neat. That's cool.
Yes. because it is a good opportunity for my future. For example, when I try to interview for my associate professorship, they can know know me from that moment.
Right.
Yeah. So I made my opportunity for my future.
Oh, okay. So you were networking with people.
Yes.
That's good.
And
So
I can show some pictures from my congress.
Okay.
Just give me a few seconds. I will check and.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you need a minute or two? Because I can talk to Lalo while you get that done.
Okay. After Lala, I can show my pictures.
Okay. Great. Okay, Lalo, do you have any hobbies?
Yes. I like go to the theater. In Mexico City, there are a lot of sites to see. I like go to museums. I like read theater and philosophical books. That's it.
Yeah. What kind of theater do you like to see?
I don't have a especially kind of or sort of theater, but I like actually top. I don't know how do you say in English. Modern theater and classic theater, for example, in tragedias. I don't know how.
Tragedies.
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 About Sophocles or Euripides, but at the same time I like Shakespeare or Moliere or other kinds of theater. There are a lot of kinds of theater, and I think it's important to see a lot of other kinds or sort of the theater because you can learn many. You can learn many knowledge about this theater. That's it.
Yeah, that kind of goes along with studying political science too. Watching those kinds of pieces, those drama pieces, the tragedies. Somebody in Verbling chat wants to know why do you like the tragedies, the Greek tragedies, for example.
Tragedies? I don't understand this word.
Yeah, tragedias.
Oh, okay. For example, Hamlet or Macbeth. There are two political tragedies because the characters have a strong for the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So, do you think that some of those pieces are still relevant to today's modern political science or politics? I guess like the same things are happening.
Yes, I think it is because we can learn about classic strategies because humans sometimes repeat the same behaviors.
Yes.
In all societies, always there are fight to the power, right? Some teams have not changed.
Yeah, have not changed.
Have not changed, and they are very similar today. Obviously, there are other environment there are other environment nowadays.
Yeah.
But the behavior is very similar.
Yeah, humans are still doing some of the same things.
Right.
Even if now we have the internet.
Yes.
Okay, Hamid, did you find your pictures?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to show us?
Okay.
You can tell us what it was. Yeah, what is that?
This is the advertisement of Congress.
Okay, yeah. So for people who don't know, Hamid is a chemist, and he recently went to another. He's from Turkey, and he went to another part of Turkey to have a congress or a conference about chemistry, and so he's going to share some pictures with us and tell us what they were.
And it writes in English in Fourth National Inorganic Chemical Congress.
Okay.
And here is a Congress Saloon. And this picture is very nice for me. When this guy speaking,
yeah,
he mentioned this picture is related to America.
Okay.
America students start to learn chemistry when they are 3 or 4 year old.
Really? I don't know about that.
This guy mentioned about it.
Maybe some places.
I don't know. I don't know. You are American. So
yes, I'm American. I don't know. I would say that it's yes, they're learning about it by playing with different things. Yes. Sure. At 4, though, they're not studying chemistry, but they're playing and doing it little experiments and stuff like that. Yeah.
And he also mentioned from science museum activities.
Sure. Yeah, going to science museums.
Yes, and this cartoon was very nice.
Yeah.
You can see the evolution of intellectual freedom. And firstly, before graduation school.
Grad school.
Graduation student. Assistant professor. Standard professor, and I cannot read.
Emeritus professor?
Yes.
Yeah. That's when you've been at a university for a long time and you've gotten awards or whatever, or you're just going to be there for kind of like a, you're the old, and then you die.
Is it nice for you?
Yeah.
And this picture is a group photo.
Yeah.
And here is one Seljuk Emperor foundation. This building, historical building.
Yeah.
And this girl is very nice.
Okay. Did she go to the Congress too?
Yes. This photo was for last evening, for final evening, and this small girl also played Turkish traditional dance.
Okay. Yes. Looks like she has little shoes on.
And this is a meal. If you remember, I showed before the visiting place. I mentioned tokat kebab.
Yep. Yeah, so, you were making us all hungry. Yeah, that looks yummy.
And I also I didn't eat wholly this meal because my bus was near the missing. So I met it packaged. So when I returned my home, I ate this meal.
Okay, so you took it home?
Yes.
Yeah. That makes me think of Amparo. Amparo, does that look good to you?
What?
Does that food look good to you? Is that something that's familiar to the type of food that you make? It had like peppers and eggplant and tomatoes and things like that?
I don't like eggplants.
Oh, no.
Pepper, yes.
Yeah,
Pepper, we
pepper.
use pepper and
Yeah.
garlic.
Yeah, and
But,
garlic. Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, all the time it is mashed.
Mashed. Yeah.
Yeah, or in small pieces,
Oh, okay.
really
Yeah.
small pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think eggplant is one of those kinds of foods that people, they either like it or they really don't like it because it's kind of a special texture. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
you have to prepare it the right way for it to taste good. But I think it's pretty common in some. Is it pretty common, Hamid, in Turkey to use eggplant?
Yes, especially some kind of kebabs.
Okay. Yeah.
And Lisa, I found new sentence with chemical elements.
Okay. You can put it in there. Okay, so Aisha, you want to ask me a question about my trip to Hawaii?
And
Hold on.
sorry, I put the Verbling chat.
Okay. Lithium, iron, iodine, sulfur, nickel, cerium. See that you have to know what the symbols are. That's what I don't know. I have to look it up on a.
I am writing sentence.
All right, yeah, you have it memorized probably.
Life is nice.
Is nice. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Cool. Oh yeah, because iron is Fe. Yeah. Nice.
What's your hobby?
What's my hobby?
What's your hobby? Yeah.
I have a lot of hobbies, I think. I mean, I don't have just one hobby, but I like to read, like Aisha was mentioning, and Lalo. So I spend a lot of time reading, and of course, learning languages is a hobby I have. I can speak Spanish because I was a foreign exchange student to Spain, but that was a long time ago. And so I like, watching movies and reading in Spanish, and also I'm learning French. And so I've been watching a lot of things on YouTube in French. And I like to travel. I don't get to do it as much as I would like to because I have 3 children. And like you were saying, it can be very expensive to go traveling with other people. But like Aisha was saying in the Verbling chat, I did just get back from Hawaii. So I went to Kauai, and that was really fun. And I don't know, I'm hoping to be able to start traveling more now because my kids are getting older. So my youngest kid is a daughter. She's 10. And then I have a 13-year-old son and a 15-year-old son. So now they're at ages where I can leave them with their dad or their grandparents or something. And they were just in France for 3 weeks, and they're coming home today. So they're definitely growing up, and so it'll be easier to get away, go travel some more. Yeah, but the thing about traveling is that it's an expensive hobby versus like if compared to reading or something where I've been really lucky because I have a good library system in my town, so I can get a lot of books for free from the library, and so I like to read a lot of books. And I used to spend a lot of money buying books, but I started going to the library, and they have a lot of good books, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Aisha, do you go to the library or do you buy your books?
Library.
Yeah. Well, you probably have a really good library from the university, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And we have big one in Montreal.
Oh, okay, yeah, Montreal. Yeah, big cities usually have pretty good libraries. Yeah, I'm lucky because our library is pretty good in the sense that it has a lot of books that I actually want to read, but it's a small town. But they have good books, so.
Lisa?
Yeah, Lala?
How many days can you borrow the books from the library?
Actually, in my library, it's usually two or 3 weeks.
Okay.
But the good thing about my library though is even if you don't return it on time, there's no fine. So they just tell you bring the book back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
By the time that you want.
What? Yeah, right. So for example, I'm reading this book. Have you guys seen this book? I was telling Aisha about it. the 4-hour work week. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but I think I was supposed to turn this book in about 2 weeks ago, but it's overdue. But they don't care. But the problem is, if you check out a DVD to watch a movie, you only have 5 days to check it out. I think 5 or maybe 7 days. Anyways, if you're late, then it's $1 a day. So a lot of times I'm late because the kids check out the movie, so I give my fines all in DVD fines. So sometimes I go to the library and they tell me that I owe $3 or $4 or something like that.
Right.
So.
And do you like read by internet or do you prefer in paper?
I prefer paper, but I read a lot on the internet. So, like today, I just bought a book, and it went to my iPad for Kindle for iPad. So it was, I think they have it in paper book, but it was easier just to buy it and have it downloaded. So, but I prefer to read with books in paper because you can take them anywhere. But I don't know. I was thinking I have an iPad. And I like it okay, but I saw a lot of people when I went to Hawaii, they were traveling like on the plane. They had little Kindles that are quite a bit smaller than the iPad, and it looked nicer because you could hold it in your hand. And also on the iPad, the screen is kind of shiny, and the Kindle is not shiny. So I don't know. Does anybody have a Kindle here?
Yes, I have one, but I prefer the paper too.
Yeah.
Paper is better. You can stop and then go back and it's different to the Kindle. You have to sense. You can sense the book.
Yeah, you can feel
it's
it.
Different.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a different experience, which is interesting because sometimes you could think that reading a book is just about reading the story or the words and getting information or something, but it's really kind of a sensory experience,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just about like going into your brain or something. Yeah. Amparo, what do you prefer? Reading online or reading a books?
No, online I don't like it.
You don't like what? Online?
Online, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little boring. It's more interesting to have the book in your hand. Yeah. I don't know why, but the sensation is different.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because when I've been learning French, I've been mostly learning it online, listening to a lot of things and reading and but it's harder. I would like to be able to have more books in French.
Well, in order to learn a language, it's different. But in order to read a novel or something like that, it's better to have a book in your hands.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, because I like to take my books in the bathtub too, and I don't want to drop my iPad in the bathtub. Who doesn't like to read in the bathtub? Do you read in the bathtub, Aisha?
No, I don't like.
Well, I'm not very good because I actually don't take very long baths, so it doesn't really last very long. So
that's my case too.
Yeah.
I don't like to spend much time in the bathroom, so I don't like to read them.
Yeah.
And like you said, for the French, I think you have to speak with someone.
I have to what? Speak it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You say the same thing for the English. So.
Yeah. Well, I actually speak it. I have a tutor that I work with once a week, so that's when I usually speak it. And I speak it to whoever else speaks it. Like sometimes when I get at my cafe, we have people from France or from Canada or something that speak French, and I try to speak with them. So it's fun.
If you can speak with me.
Okay. It's hard though because a lot of people, of course, when they come to the United States, they want to speak English, So sometimes I notice people don't like it if you try to speak to them like in their native language, like Spanish or French, because they're trying to improve their English, you know? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Lalo, what were you asking about how long that we can check out books? What's it like for you? Do you check out books from your university?
Yes, here we can use a book for 2 weeks, but we need a ID for recheck. I don't know who can I translate this word.
To check it out again?
Check it out again. Right.
Yeah, just check it out again. Yeah. Yeah.
And in public libraries, it's same, but the same at the same time you need a car ID for get a book.
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering. So it seems like today, like a lot of times nowadays, libraries are popular for checking out movies. I'm wondering if that's the same in your countries. In Mexico, is it the same, Lalo? Like, if you go to a public library, not the university library, but like a public, a library in your town somewhere, are a lot of people checking out movies, or is it mostly still books?
There are some libraries that has movies, reviews, or I don't know, revistas, magazines. Magazines, books, but the majority of libraries only has books.
Oh, okay. Hamid, what's it like in Turkey with the libraries?
Libraries, especially related to universities, but on the other hand, there are national libraries too. When I was at my bachelor term, I was going to university library to research my homework. But nowadays I am addicted to internet, so I prefer or I watch everything from internet.
Yeah.
And I prefer to electronic books than paper books.
How come? How come you prefer electronic to paper?
I
saving the environment.
Maybe saving the trees.
Maybe, and some people say to me, "You are Mr. Davlander." So I find and I use internet efficiently. I mean, whatever I want to search, I can find.
Yeah.
I can find easily.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I was just watching this video before I started the class. I was watching this video about this guy. I think he's. Hold on. Okay. He's only like 17 years old, and he is from New York City, and his name is Tim Donner. I think that's how you spell it. I put it in the Verbling chat. But he speaks like 20 languages, and I was thinking about it because with the internet, that's really allowed him to do that. Like somebody in the past couldn't really, at that young age, know so many different languages because they wouldn't have had the opportunity to get resources. And in the video that I was watching about him, he says that he mostly watches things on the internet, movies and TV shows, and of course listens a lot to learn these different languages. And it's really, I was thinking about how different that is nowadays. And like if I would have had the internet when I was like 10 or something, what I would have liked to do on it, So I see what you mean. It's pretty amazing. So Aisha, did you want to ask me a specific question about Hawaii? Or?
Not really.
Lisa.
Yes.
I have a question. It's not really clear about your last topic, but I want to ask you, does your government invest enough money in policies culture? Did you understand my question? If your government invests enough money in culture.
In culture? Such as theater and music and stuff like that?
Right. For this, for example, for many people could go to the theater or cinema or concert or I don't know other things, but they don't need to pay enough money.
Yeah. Well, of course, I don't know exactly how much money that they invest, but I wouldn't say that that's the top priority of the American government right now.
Okay.
So I don't know if it ever has been. You probably know that the United States is really run a lot by government. The people in the government are typically professionals related to corporations and businesses. So a lot of the money that is governmental money that's collected from taxes often goes to programs that benefit them. So corporations, businesses, big farms, weapons contractors, all those kinds of things. If you read a lot about where the U.S. Tax dollar is going, it's going to a lot of those types of things. The military, weapons, it goes to support big farms and things like that. So I would have to say no. Of course, everybody has a different opinion about that and what they would think would be a good amount of money, but I can't say that it spends a lot of money on that. Usually in the bigger cities, you might have more investment. So in New York City or Washington, D.C., which is the capital, you have museums like the Smithsonian museums are free, I think, and they have more what we would call cultural events like concerts and theater shows and things like that. And certainly there are some grants and things that people, artists, writers, movie makers and things can get, but I would say it's pretty difficult. It's not very common for most people to go out to the theater or to the opera or to orchestra, and it can be very expensive compared to watching YouTube videos on the internet or something like that, or going to a movie or something that's more common. You know?
Do you think there should be a product?
A product?
Do you think that art should be a product? Like Coca-Cola or
art.
Other...
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's a hard question. I don't know because well, I'm not married anymore, but I was married to an artist, and it was very hard for him to make money with his art. So he never really was able to make what we call a living, and make enough money. But his brothers make enough money, good money, using their art. So I think it all depends. I think what you're saying is a common debate among artists and people who like art, and that is because we like art and we like to see art, and we like to watch concerts or live shows or something like that. Maybe the governments, either the state, city, or even national governments, could invest more money so that the artists could actually make a living to be able to, so that we can enjoy it. But it is interesting because, you know, on the other hand, if people are having to pay with their own money, they might not pay enough that it's really worth it for the artists, you know? So,
yes.
What's your opinion about that?
I think we mix the 2 points because the state of the government doesn't have to isn't be able to make a lot of artists, even artists, right? But sometimes there are companies that that make they no that become art in a product, and I don't agree with this part.
Yeah.
I think is the artist is the art. I think the artist is who produce the art, right? And
Yeah.
they need to earn money to life, but sometimes they prefer that many people see um, their works, and it's not necessary to pay enough money. I think we can pay money, but not necessarily a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I actually, the town that I live in is called Port Townsend, and it's known as an artists community. We have lots of artists here, people who consider themselves artists who do photography, writing, painting, sculpture, all different types of art. And some of them try to make money doing it, and some people do it just because they like to do art and they don't need to make money doing it, and they like to show their artwork. For example, I own a coffee house or a cafe, and every month we have local artists display their work on the walls. So for example, just on Saturday, a new guy came in and he put up his paintings on our wall. So sometimes they sell some, and a lot of times people just enjoy looking at them, but they don't necessarily buy, you know. So
yes,
yeah.
It's an opportunity to show their jobs.
Yeah, and for some people, that's all that's important to them. They just want to be able to express themselves with art, and then have other people see it and enjoy it, or give them feedback.
He can sell the pictures, their paint.
Yeah, he would like to. Yeah. Does anybody ever buy art? Aisha, have you ever bought art?
Not really.
Not really.
No, but thanks. While we are talking about books, I check my account and I find out I owe my library $10, and I'm late to return one book.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right, good. Okay, you're fine. Okay. Amparo, have you ever bought a piece of art?
No, never.
Yeah.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
And I suppose you have to have some knowledge about that, and what is good, what is it's not one of my favorite issues.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Carmenza, how about you? Have you ever bought art?
No, I love it, but it's very expensive. Here it's very expensive. Good art is expensive.
Yes, it can be very expensive. My ex-husband's brother's ex-wife, so my ex-sister-in-law, she's a pretty successful artist. I'm gonna give you her link. Verbling, in the Verbling chat, I put her link. She is a person who is making money doing art, but she also, some people who are artists, in order for them to make good money regularly, she has a job, and she does cartoons and stuff. So she works in Los Angeles, and she works on different movies and cartoons and things like that. So that's kind of like her job, where she gets to do some kind of art, follow the kind of art you were saying for money, products and stuff. But then she likes to do what is known as fine art, so that's her paintings and stuff. And then she has shows in Los Angeles or Japan or somewhere like that, and she sells them. But yes, but you're right. Like, to buy art, expensive art, you probably want to know what you're investing in. So, yeah. Hey, Hamid, I want to ask you, what's going on in Istanbul?
I don't want to mention this topic.
Oh, I don't know anything that's going on.
I know, but it is sensitive topic.
Okay, well, I'll have to read it in the news then.
But I wish you were new Turkish, so you could understand very well the news, because some foreign news agencies tell lie news.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's why sometimes I don't really read the news too much, because I don't know if I'm going to believe what they're reporting. Sometimes I don't really watch. I don't really watch the news that much sometimes, because it's hard to know if what they're saying is actually true. You know. Yeah, Lalo, what do you think about the news? We're just about ready to finish up the class, but being a political science major, do you trust the news?
Oh, sorry, I can't listen to your last question. Can you repeat again, please?
Yes. Yeah. Do you trust the news media? Like, if you're going to watch the news on TV, do you trust that they're telling you the truth?
Trash? I don't know what does it mean, trash.
Verdad.
Si piensas que es verdad lo que te van a decir.
Okay. No, there are a lot of mass media that engañar.
Yeah, they lie to you, or they trick you.
They lie to the people, but there are some journalists that speak more clearly than others. But the mass media, the most important mass media in Mexico, I think they don't say the truth.
Yeah, it seems to be the way it is for most places. But there's some journalists who really are good at what they're doing, and they want to try to get all the different sides and tell you what's happening. But then there's the people with the money behind the scenes. So, but it's good we have the internet and people that we can talk to who are actually there. So, yeah. Yes. Okay, you guys. Thanks for coming to class. We're done with this hour, and there's more. I think there are more classes coming up on Verbling tonight and tomorrow and the next day. So if you want to keep practicing your English, you can try another class. We have many good teachers doing all different types of classes and things. So if you want to keep going, yeah. Thank you guys for coming. If you have any questions, you can always.
Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
If you have any questions, you can ask me on my Verbling teacher page.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. It's the second city because the capital is Quito. But this is the port, and so is the.
I see. Okay.
Is the largest one.
Is that where they ship the bananas out of?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Bananas, yeah, a lot of bananas probably. Okay, well, thank you, because I like bananas. So. Okay, Carmenza, where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Colombia. I live in Bogotá, but I'm from Manizales. It's a place of coffee in Colombia, and it's a beautiful place. I'm in Bogotá from 6 years. 6 years.
You've been there for 6 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And why did you move to Bogotá? Did you move for a job or something? Or?
Yes, for a job. I have to travel for all country, but in Bogotá is better because you can travel easier.
Do you have to go to other countries for your job?
Yeah, sometimes I go to Chile. My company is, have many sites in Chile, in Ecuador.
What type of a company is it? You have different offices?
It's an industrial gases company.
Oh, okay. So you have different offices or different... Yeah, okay. Okay, great. And Lalo, where are you from? Mexico? Lalo? Lalo, you might want to check on your microphone because I can't hear you if you're talking.
Do you
yes,
listen?
I can hear you. Yes.
I am from Mexico. I am living in Mexico City. I am a student. I am studying political science.
Hi everybody, this is Lisa, and it's time again for another Verbling class. In this hour, we're going to be speaking mostly, listening also, because I will be talking, but mostly I want to give you guys the opportunity to speak and practice your English. So if you have a reservation, now's a good time to use it, and if you don't yet have a reservation, you can go ahead and join the class. It does cost one ticket. So the best way to get tickets is to become a premium member. So there's different ways that you can do that. There's a Get Tickets page on Verbling. There's other ways besides becoming a premium member, but that's probably the best way, is to become a member. That way you get to do as many Verbling classes as you would like. And I think it costs $45 per month to become a member. So if you want to join the class, go ahead and join it now. I know I just started right on time now, so we can have the full hour. Hi there, Carmenza. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Studying all the time.
So you're the first person in class, and we're just we can start talking and wait for other people to come. There were some people who had made reservations, so we'll see if they come and get the reservations and use them.
Okay.
I'm going to put on my headphones too, so I can hear you better. Okay. How's that? All right, so there's some stuff going on over here in the Verbling chat as well. If you are watching and you want to join the class in this hour, we're going to be talking about hobbies and things that we like to do. One of the things about practicing your English and becoming fluent.
That's it.
Oh, wow. So that must be interesting for you right now. What's your opinion about the new president in Mexico?
I didn't choose him.
Okay.
But I don't agree with him, but he's I don't know how can I translate this in English, but his party is an antique party.
It's an older party, yeah.
Yes. I hope he works well for my country, but yeah. I don't like him.
Yeah. You don't like his politics?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so like I was saying in the beginning of class, I thought we would talk about hobbies. That can just get us started, and we can just see where it goes from there. So this is a conversational class, and I wanted to give you guys opportunities to speak and also to ask questions. So since we have a smaller class, it's just us 5 right now, we can ask each other questions also. So if there's something that you are interested in about another person or about everybody, you can ask a question also, because that's one of the things about practicing conversational skills, is not just answering people's questions, but also coming up with your own questions that you want to ask other people so that you can keep the conversation going. So the first thing I just want to ask you guys is, do you have a hobby? And if you do have a hobby, what is it? Maybe you have 1 or 2. So typically what we mean by hobby is just anything that you like to do kind of that's different from your work or from studying or a job. So one of your hobbies could be like knitting or crocheting. Maybe if you're watching and you decide you want to join us and practice your speaking, then you can click on the green Join Class button and come in anytime. Okay. All right, so since we're a small group, why don't we take just a couple minutes and introduce ourselves. And I'll actually go first. I haven't introduced myself in a long time because I've taught for a long time on Verbling now, so a lot of people know me. My name is Lisa, and I live in Washington State. That's on the west coast of the United States. I'm originally from California, but I've been living in Washington for a little over 10 years. And that's a little bit about me. And let's hear a little bit about Aisha. Aisha, where are you from?
I'm from Montreal.
Where are you from originally?
Guinea.
Guinea, okay.
Yeah, West Africa.
Yeah. And remind me, how many years have you been in Montreal?
7 years now.
Oh, yeah, 7 years. And I can't remember, did you come over with your family, or did you come just to study, or who's in Montreal with you?
I'm here with my family.
With your family, okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, okay. So do you go back to Guinea ever?
Not yet, but I want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Okay, and Amparo, tell us a little bit about where you're from.
My name is Amparo. I'm from Ecuador. I live in Guayaquil. It's on the coast of my country. This is a city with almost 2.5 million people.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. What more?
Is that one of the bigger cities in Ecuador, or is that the like?
Yes. It's one of the biggest. It's the largest one.
Oh, it is the largest one. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Because how many people live in Ecuador, the whole country? Do you know?
14 million.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
This is one of the It was one of the largest.
Is to be able to speak about a lot of different topics, and so sometimes it's good to practice one topic and really get down the phrases, the sentences that you want to be able to use when you are talking about that particular topic. So in this hour, we're going to be practicing speaking about hobbies, different types of hobbies that people have, would like to have, that type of thing. So hi there, I see Lalo. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, welcome. I'm hoping some other people join in. It's just a couple minutes past the hour, and as probably, well, you guys know for sure, and other people know, the Verbling classes start every hour, and they are 1 hour long. So it's a good time to come in and check on the Verbling to see if there's some classes that you would like to take, and sign up for them, and then come at the beginning. Okay, so we have a couple more people joining us. Hi, Aisha. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. You're busy today with your English.
Exactly.
Good. That's good. Take advantage. Okay, and Amparo, you got in now. Good. Hi, Amparo.
Fortunately.
Yes. I don't know what happened last time.
Yes, it was so crazy. Just 9% instead of 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
All the time the answer was the Hangout was full.
Right. Yeah. At first, the engineers at Verbling didn't see that, but then they saw it, so they were working on it. So hopefully it's fixed by now, in case that happens again. So, okay, hi. Yeah. So since we have a small class right now, it's there might be some more people joining us, because if you want, you can always, if you're a premium member and you have tickets, you can always come into class anytime you want. So even when the class is not full, for example, then you can join at any time, even if it has already started. So I'm just putting that out there to let everybody know that